Good afternoon, everyone, and I am really excited to be here today with you all and with Chief Holloway to talk about this big initiative that he is rolling out. This is something that I have talked about for a long time, which is really about reconnecting our police with our community. You can call it community policing, you can call it whatever you want to, but it's really all about the relationship that our police officers have with the community and the community with the police officers. And certainly the best way to form that relationship isn't with officers driving around in their cars, but it's with getting out of the cars, walking the beat, and talking again. And talking to the community, finding out what's going on, what's important, what's happening in their community, and rebuilding that trust. And I am so pleased to be here with Chief Holloway today. I think this is just another huge step in reconnecting our community with our department and building that trust up and really creating a place where there's opportunity for everyone in the city, where the sun truly does shine on everyone here in St. Petersburg. So once again, this is the chief has just taken another step in solidifying why I knew that this was the right decision. Not only is he out there walking the beat, but now he'll truly be out there walking the beat. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the chief, but this is a great day for us here today, and the sun is once again shining on us so brightly here in St. Petersburg. Chief.
Good afternoon. This is going to be the second phase of the Park Walk and Talk. We started about 2 weeks ago with our community service officers, and they started in the community, they started getting out of vehicles, walking and talking to people. We don't want to call this community policing, we want to call this community building, because we're going to get out of our cars, we're going to start talking to our communities to find out what we can do to help reduce crime in our community, in our city. It's not just going to be in the south side of St. Pete, it's going to be citywide, because we're going to build that trust. We're going to get out. When you see a police officer in your community, you're not going to question why he or she's in your community, like what's going on in my community. I want you to get out, I want you to come up and start talking to that officer and let him or her know what's going on in your community so we can rid our community of the criminal elements. We can move it someplace else. So again, we're going to have 550 officers involved in community policing, our Park Walk and Talk. What I expect from the officers that wear in uniform, including myself and my staff, is for us to at least spend an hour a week in a community, talking to the community and asking them, what issues do you have? And then us going back to the office and us addressing those issues. A lot is going to be quality of life, and a lot is going to be criminal. So we're going to be addressing both of those. The way I look at it, if we have a crime in a certain area, then I expect to see a lot of Park Walk and Talk in that area, just to see what we can do to curb those crimes. When you also got a car, you're also going to find out there's going to be a lot of conversation, because people are going to feel more comfortable now. We don't want that added anymore, that I come into your neighborhood, I take a report, and then I leave. We're going to come into the neighborhood, we're going to visit with the people in the neighborhood, and we're going to address some of the issues that they have in their neighborhoods. Let's sit down and let's talk about what's been going on in the community and how we as law enforcement and how you as community can also help us. It's going to take both of us. Law enforcement alone cannot solve this problem. And I keep saying earlier, it's going to take 97% of this community to say, you know what, I don't want this in my community, and Chief, we need to help you get this out of our community. This is going to be way above direct patrol. Is something when I or city council or mayor says, hey, you got a problem, go in there and do direct patrol. This is the officer saying, you know what, this is where I work, I got to address these problems. I look at every officer as a chief of his or her district. They need to get out of those cars. Direct patrol means there's a problem. I want you to get out of your vehicles before there's a problem and start talking, start addressing those problems. In your neighborhood, every time you see a cop in your neighborhood, the first question you ask is, what's going on in my neighborhood? There must be something bad in my neighborhood.
Or you get people paranoid.
Right. So now, when the officer's in your neighborhood, they're just going to say, oh, that's Tony Holloway walking around. Let me just talk to him and see what's going on. Because what will happen is also those 3% of those bad people that live in our community, they'll move out because you know what? Tony's walking around in the neighborhood now. We stopped doing that one-on-one. We stopped getting out of our cars. Before we go to a house, we check our computers. How many times have we been there? Who's that? Get out of your car and find out who that person is. Get to know that person besides what's in that computer.
I'm happy to see this activity today because it means that we're really restoring community policing. For the last half dozen years, it's been a modest effort, but if we can ramp this up, we can build much better connections with the community, increase the amount of surveillance information that the police get, and communicate to the 3% in the neighborhood that you need to move somewhere else. And that's part of the puzzle of bringing these neighborhoods back.
It's opening up communications. People will volunteer information. They'll feel more comfortable talking to the officer. And the South Side, that's one thing that's held us back is people are reluctant to call the police. And when they get to meet the officers, they'll break down that barrier, build some trust and mutual respect. And I think it's really going to be an improvement.
They get involved if we see them out and about as we're walking. If they don't, they don't mind talking to us. We've knocked on doors. I just left a house where we knocked on a door. So they're kind of surprised because we have to explain to them that we're not there responding to anything, but we're just there to talk to them, to find out their concerns in their neighborhood, and to find out what we can do as police officers to better serve them, because that's what we're here to do, is to serve them. So the Park Walk and Talk kind of helps us find out their issues and concerns for us, so that I can go back, or we can go back and say, okay, how do we tackle this problem or this concern at this particular neighborhood?
I would say the old saying is, if you see it, say it. And that gives us good hints and helpful indicators as to where there may be a specific problem. And if they're like to remain anonymous, they can, but we will address any issues that they may have, and it gives them that spot-on opportunity as a one-on-one to know us personally, put a name with the face, and if they'd like to contact us back directly, they do so.
Hey, doing well. You wonder what's going on? We're out here with the mayor and the new chief. We have the Park Walk and Talk initiative going on, where officers are going to get out of their cars, be more visible. Yeah, so we're going to be out here, so you don't just see us when there's a problem in your neighborhood. You see us, during other times as well. Because anytime that cruiser come up the street, people look, what's going on, who's in trouble. But if they just see us out there, meeting and talking to people.
Seeing you,
yeah. Seeing what your concerns are. A lot of times it might not be crime-related stuff. It could be quality of life. Remember, a couple weeks ago we had that portable schoolhouse over here with all that graffiti on it. We got removed. I mean, just little things like that to try and better the community. So.
Today is the day that we do the walk-in school bus, where law enforcement and firefighters and the community come together to help our kids get to school. And we're encouraging kids to bike safely and walk safely. And we're encouraging parents and relatives to get out and when they can to help assist their kids in getting to school, because as we know, education is extremely important. But they can't get educated, we can't get them there safely. So that's our point of making sure that we do the walking school bus, and it's going on all over the city today. And I'm very pleased to be a part of it.
It's a wonderful opportunity to come out here in the community, walk to school with the kids. It's a beautiful morning, and it's all about getting the community involved in the education of our children. Education is not just the business of the schools, it's the business of the entire community, and what better way to start it out than getting up early in the morning and walking to school with the kids.
Anytime you're dealing with kids and their safety, whether it's walking to school, riding a bike to school, even just day in and day out getting on the bus and just everything that they do, we like to participate and encourage the safety and give them all the tips we can, and just show our support for the community as far as their involvement in these safety programs. And it's just again, it's just a great message.
Our organizer for this year's event is Deneen Wyman, who is also our secretary bookkeeper and has had a lot of experience in the past with organizing International Walk to School Day. So we're really excited because, to my knowledge, it's been quite a few years since Melrose has participated in anything like this. So this is a great day and a great opportunity.
The students, we're going to actually start our walking school bus program. So this is the kickoff on today. And the students are going to be walking every day to the school. And we're going to have parent volunteers and myself that's coming out, making sure they're going to school the right way, following the signs and staying on the sidewalks and not walking in the road. So we're promoting safety and getting to school on time and safe.
Now that we've returned to neighborhood schools, we're encouraging parents to walk with their kids to school this morning, get some exercise, spend some time with their kids, get to school on time.
Well, we've been in transportation and parking management. We manage the bicycle and pedestrian safety program. So for us, this is a great day to get our youth involved in bicycle and pedestrian safety education, particularly pedestrian safety. They get to learn the pedestrian safety tips that we want them to know as they grow into good citizens in St. Petersburg. They can do what they can do to keep themselves safe in our traffic. So.
We have children that walk from Jordan Park, which is a housing complex not far away, and we have children that walk from the nearby community. So just for individuals to come out and show their support with our students, to make sure that drivers are aware that they need to really watch out for the pedestrian children when they're walking here to school, and just the magnificent support from the mayor, from Carl Nurse, from the fire chief. Everybody's here to show that we support Melrose. So I'm excited, and Principal Grasso is wonderful, and kudos to Deneen Wyman who put all of this together. I'm really excited.
This is one of these events where we're trying to call attention to the fact that, school's in session, kids are walking to school, and everybody on the road needs to be aware of it and follow the rules of the road so that our kids are safe, because this is really all about making sure that our kids are safe, they can get to school safely, and hopefully get a great education here.